in association with nerdaddiction.com. Be sure to check out Marvel Addicts on Facebook. Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Oh hey, Thanos is back. You are fucked.
Oh, please don't kill me, sir.
I'm not going to kill you. She is. Nice. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Marvel Select figure, and it's Thanos. Now, I picked this figure up at my local comic book store, the Comic Book University, on the south side of Indianapolis. I'll put the links down in the description below. If you live in the Indy metro area, definitely go check them out. The owner's great, all the staff's great. They got all kinds of cool stuff like this. They also had the Marvel Legends Gambit. They've got the Gladiator Hulk. They've got Magneto and Thor. They got Spider-Gwen. They got the Venom re-release. So a lot of really good Marvel Selects out there right now. So definitely go check them out. Good place, great comics. And I really like the size of this guy. He is huge. He comes with an extra hand here, switch out. So he's got a gauntlet that's open-handed and a gauntlet that's closed-handed. He also comes with Lady Death, which is very cool. I kind of really wanted her. Lady Death, it's just Death. I wanted her really more than I wanted the Thanos, to be honest. And she's got an interchangeable face, which is very cool. It says Thanos here in Marvel Select. Side of the package, we get a big old mug shot of Thanos right there from the comics, which I'm definitely digging. So just kind of a close-up really quick. Here is Thanos. There he is, and there's Death in the corner, almost hiding behind the Thanos logo. We get Thanos right there, and just a very quick shot. Thanos right there. Here's the back of the packaging. And we've got Thanos and Death right there. Here's a write-up. There's a picture of the Infinity Gauntlet comic right there. And then there's Black Cat and Dr. Doom. They did not have either of those at the shop. And we've got Thanos and Death right there. Here's a write-up. There's a picture of the Infinity Gauntlet comic right there. And then there's Black Cat and Dr. Doom. They did not have either of those at the shop. But I have seen Black Cat there recently. I don't remember seeing her. They may have sold out. I don't know. And I know they don't have a Dr. Doom. I would have picked him up too. But yeah, here's a close-up. So there is Thanos with Death. If you want to pause and read this, you are more than welcome to. There's one half, and there's some more, and there's the end of it. So yeah, so there's the comic, looking all kinds of cool, and then Black Cat and Dr. Doom. So yeah, very fun. This thing is the size of the Hulk, and it's about as heavy. Let's go ahead and get Thanos out of package and see what we think. So here we have Thanos and Death out of the packaging, and this guy is huge. And he definitely looks like the comic incarnation of Thanos. I'm really digging the size of the figure. The colors are appropriate. He doesn't have as good as articulation as a Marvel Select, and this is kind of an older, or Marvel Select, a Marvel Legends, but this is an older Marvel Select figure, I believe, and he comes with Death, which is definitely a fun little additive, and she's got this mask, where her human face, and that is just creepy AF. I don't know what to do with that. I like the skull underneath it a lot better, and it just sits right on there, so it pops on and off really well, but I definitely like that version of Death a lot better. I'll keep the mask, but I think that looks a lot cooler. Unfortunately, Death is just basically a statue. She has no articulation. I would have liked maybe if she could twist at the waist or even her head would turn. I think that would have been kind of nice, but alas, we did not get that. But I think this might be one of the few actual incarnations of this character out there in the Marvel Select, and definitely I think the Marvel Legends. And she was really the reason I got this figure to begin with, which is kind of sad. Now, initially, I had thought he'd come with 2 Infinity Gauntlets. This was the hand that he had on. However, it's not a gauntlet. It's just his other closed-fisted hand, which is one of the things that kind of irked me about this set. They did not make the gauntlet look any different than the other glove, which I always picture the gauntlet being like more metal, like an actual metal glove versus his kind of leathery type glove. I'm going to have to go back and look at the comics. It might not be that way initially. If you know, leave a comment down below. But I kind of wish they differentiated that a little bit more. And I wish that this one at least had the gemstones painted on it. I think that would have been kind of cool. But alas, it does not. But yeah, he's a big, beefy thing for sure. I love select figures in this scale, especially the larger characters. I think they just overpower the Marvel Legends, which they need to. They should, because it's cool. Now, as far as articulation goes on this guy right here, his head moves back and forth. He can look up that far. He can look down about that far. He looks like he should have rotation in his waist. But I can't get it to turn, and I don't want it to break, so if yours has rotation, leave a comment down below. Mine does not seem to have. And then he's got, his arms can go out that far. He has a twist at the upper arm. He's got single-jointed elbows. His hand can twist. This hand can twist. He kicks that far forward. He kicks that far back. His legs go out that far. He's got single-jointed, gigantic knees right there. He's got a twist at the upper thigh, right up there at the ball joint, which is nice. There's nothing at the lower boot, and then his feet, if I can get them to move, they do have a hinge that goes up and down, but they have no anchor pivot. Which is kind of sad, but not unexpected for a select figure. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I do like the head sculpt on this guy. I like the design of the face. It looks like the comic book to me. This is probably the most comic accurate version of the figure I've seen from the Infinity War and Gauntlet back in the 90s. I like the colors. It's got kind of a muted blue and this mustard yellow. His shoulder pads look like they did in the comic, which is very, very nice. He's got a lot of musculature sculpted in. The back muscles look kind of weird to me, but it is what it is. And the front of him looks pretty good. He's a little plain in comparison to some of the other figures, which has its strengths and weaknesses, but definitely digging this head sculpt and its paint. Now looking at the midsection of the figure, he's got his little skirt piece that looks nice. The gold trim around it's pretty good. The Infinity Gauntlet is kind of underwhelming to me. The jewels need to be brighter and bigger, I think, and it just looks like the other glove to me, which is unfortunate. But I'll have to go back and look. It may be like that in the comics. I'm sure it is, with the rest of it being so comic accurate. But overall, I think they sculpted it pretty well. I wish that it came with the closed Infinity Gauntlet as well as this open-handed one. Instead, we just get the regular closed glove version, which is okay, I suppose, but you gotta have the gauntlet on when you got a Thanos figure. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, he's got some big old massive chunky boots. Mine's got a little bit of paint issue on it, but overall, I mean, it's okay. It's got some nice trim, kind of a brownish trim that matches the gloves that we have on the upper part of the body. The blue is pretty decent on the actual figure itself, and it's got some nice dry brushing in on the blue, which I didn't mention before, but that looks really nice, and it kind of adds a lot of definition. And it's very stable. It stands well, and, well, that's what you need with feet. So taking a closer look at Death, which is weird to say, this is a great accessory piece. I love the head sculpt on the skull. The paint job looks nice. Mine has a little paint funk up on the hood, but the sculpt work on the robe looks great. I love the paint apps on the robe. It's a real deep purple, and then it's got this black wash all over it. The wrinkles everywhere looks good. I mean, everything just looks really nice. The way she's kind of sitting in a very feminine pose, I definitely dig that. I mean, she's just, I mean, it looks like death. I just wish she had some articulation rather than just being a statue. And here we have Death with her human face on. It's just a plastic piece that goes over the front. And, I mean, it works, I suppose, but it is really super creepy. From a distance, it looks pretty decent, but when you get up onto the figure, you can definitely see that it's just a piece that sits over. I like the fact that it came with it. That's pretty cool. I'd still like a little articulation. Maybe give us a head spin on the thing. You know, for the fact that Thanos came with death, I just absolutely love that. And she had the accessory has an accessory, which is very, very strange, but it's also very cool. Taking a look at the midsection of Death here, again, a very feminine pose. I definitely dig that. All the sculpt work looks amazing. I love the paint work, the paint brushing. Now, her left hand you don't see because the arm of the cloak kind of drapes over it. I would have liked a little bit more, I don't know, black wash in there or something. I mean, it's painted black, but I don't know, something about it looks weird. But I love the way the dress over her legs looks. That looks really awesome. Definitely cool, and I mean, it captures the character. And then finally, looking at the bottom half of the figure here, again, her cloak just kind of goes down. I love the sculpt work. I mean, she just basically stands. She's a little plastic statue, but the paint looks great. All the detail in her little robe there looks very nice. They did a great job as far as sculpt work on this accessory piece. For comparison, here we have Thanos with the Gladiator Hulk Marvel Select figure and the Walmart exclusive Thanos. And as you can see, he's kind of in the middle between the two. He's nowhere near as big as Gladiator Hulk, which I think it should be accurate. I mean, Hulk should be huge. And this is my favorite Marvel Select figure in my collection, no doubt. And he's definitely a lot bigger than the Walmart figure. This was a Build-A-Figure at one point. And to be honest, I like the scale of this one a lot more than this one. However, the articulation and paint on this one blows that figure away. I love the metallic blue on here, and the articulation is way superior, it being a Marvel Legend versus a Select. But a lot of the new Selects are very, very articulate, such as this one right here. There is a Disney Store exclusive of this guy that's out right now. I may have to go and pick up to kind of compare the two, but I'm definitely up for a toy versus toy on these two figures. If you guys would like to see that, definitely leave a comment down below. But to be honest, the real reason I even got the figure, like I've said, is for this gal right here. And you can kind of see how she scales to this Thanos, which works perfectly fine to me. She's going to have to sit between the boys. Who's gonna get her? So is the Marvel Select Thanos with Death a figure that you want in your Marvel collection? Yeah, I'm going to say yes, if nothing else, for the Death figure. I like the scale of this character. I like the sculpt work on it. I think the Walmart version of the bath that they just released is a lot better as far as paint and articulation goes. But the fact that he comes with Death, I love that. I love the design of the Death character. I wish she was more than just a statue, but she does come with her own accessory piece, so the accessory for the accessory. That's kind of cool. I think the Infinity Gauntlet could be differentiated more from the other glove. Then again, it might be the way in the comic. I gotta go back and look at those old 90s books. I'm just kind of used to the modern version of him now, I guess. So overall, for the price, you're getting two figures out of this set, which is very, very nice. I know there's a Disney Store exclusive, and it looks like it's a little bit better in design than this one is, but it does not come with the Death figure. So I know if you're living on the or in the Indy Metro area, Comic Book University has got a ton of this guy, and it's going for $29.99, which is about the right price, I think, for this figure, because you're getting two in one, essentially. And he's a big hulking thing, so yeah. Definitely very cool. I'm definitely going to do, I think, a toy versus toy on this guy versus the Walmart exclusive. If you would like to see that, definitely leave a vote in the poll that I'm going to put into this video here, and leave a comment down below. So there he is, Thanos and Death from Marvel Select.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.